Welcome to the Zen Zone. Zen Lee here on the LeaperKim Lynx. This thing is a beast, and I got it from oneride here in Valencia. They are one of the biggest EUC shops in the world, and they have an amazing inventory of wheels. Many of them are LeaperKim, which are the best sellers in Spain. The Lynx, I've had it for about 3 days now and almost have 300 kilometers on it. So I'm ready to share my opinions of this wheel with you right now. This is not a complete review. This is just kind of a, I would call it a first impressions, 300 kilometer first impressions of the wheel. There are some negatives and there are some positives. I've already tried sharing the negatives with LeaperKim. One of them is this being so big. You can see, maybe we can get you guys some footage of what exactly happens here. But let's say you're going off this curb right here and it's a lot bigger than this actual curb. Let's say you come off this curb. Let's say it's a bigger curb or a rock, for example. This being so far out further than the path in the Sherman can catch on things. And that's how we ended up actually breaking this plastic. It got cut on a rock, flung up a rock, and that broke the plastic. So that's kind of a negative, is the length. Now, it's a positive in the sense that it's a much better kickstand. I mean, I love how this sits down. I love how it looks when it's on the kickstand. But for those that like technical riding and like some hardcore off-roading or even stairs, if you catch a big stair, it could be a problem. The other issue we were riding in some dirt and some sand, and these buttons get clogged up with the dirt and sand. We had to take it apart and blow out the sand so that we can press the buttons. And then the trolley handle is non-functional now because it was giving me problems actually really early on. It wasn't working well. And then with the extra sand and dirt that got in there, we blew it out. I have the videos of us cleaning it. Thank you, AR Scooter, for taking care of the wheel. But we still couldn't fix it, so we're gonna need a whole new trolley handle. Those are some of the negatives. And then these toe stops, I love these toe stops, or whatever you call them, toe stops, I guess is what I call them, for like braking. I love them, but I feel like they need to be bigger. So we're gonna try to print out some bigger ones. What are my other negatives for this wheel? Other than that, I think it's pretty good. The pads fit on good. So we'll talk about the positives as we're riding. Again, I wanna give a shout out to oneride. They are one of the only shops in the world that cover when you have a warranty issue. Let's say I had a problem with this. I'm in Portugal, they're here in Valencia, and I have a warranty issue. They will pay for the shipping to return the wheel, fix it, and then pay for it to return it to you, which is quite expensive, shipping these wheels around, and they cover it for you. So that's a huge shout out to oneride for having the best warranty in the world. Alia Rides, all those other guys, they don't have this sort of warranty, I don't think, where they actually pay for the shipping to return it to the store and back. So let's go ahead and go for a ride. We're gonna try to stick in the sunshine. Maybe we'll go to a skate park, and yeah, I'll try to talk about the positives of this wheel and maybe some more of the negatives as they come to me. Feel like a hairball. Too much hair. All right, psychotherapeutical. Ooh. I'm gonna put on my wrist guards real quick, and then we'll continue on the journey. Okay. Shoo, that's vámonos. I'm here in Valencia. I'm gonna try to find some sunshine and stay on the bike paths. We're gonna head to our hostel and move our stuff real quick, and then we're gonna go to like a skate park. Try to stay in the sunny parts and on the bike lanes. Lots of bike lanes here in Spain. So I think the first thing to talk about with the Lynx is the accelerations. You know, it's 151 volt, so you can really step on this wheel and feel the power, man. It has an amazing amount of power, probably the most powerful wheel ever made until maybe the GT Pro comes out. That's a 168 volt wheel made by Begode, so it might be even more powerful than this, but as of right now, this is the winner of the most powerful wheel. And with that power comes some amazing braking. I made a music video with my compilation of some braking and riding for my first day, but man, we got these pads on it now. I don't know what these pads are called, but these are much better than the Begode pads we were using. Just a little bit more depth. They're still not my favorite, and for a race, I don't think I'll be using these pads. But for what they are, they're pretty good. We do got a car coming, just bomb through there. Man, I love the power. The feeling of this wheel is why there's so much hype, because it just feels amazing. The accelerations and the braking, and the knobby tire is not my favorite. The CST tire, it's actually one of the negatives, I would say, of this wheel is the CST tire. And then we let out some PSI from the CST tire, and now it feels much better. It's much more level, but I still want a asphalt type of tire, maybe the Conti Scoot or something similar like this. The CST is okay. Now, if you buy from Oneride, they are putting the Kenda on it, the Kenda knobby, which is similar to the CST in appearance, but it's a lot better quality, and it just feels like a much more amazing ride. Has been the feedback on most of the Kendas. Now, after I would say 1,000 kilometers, the CST does start to burn down a little bit and feels a lot better. The Lynx, I think, is priced pretty competitively for what you get. It's a $4,000 wheel and only a 3,000 watt battery. So compared to the Sherman S, which is the same price, you're getting less battery, but you're getting more power, more speed. Now, I've been riding the Sherman S quite a bit recently because here in Spain, it's a very popular wheel and a lot of people have a Sherman S. And the power is totally noticeable on the Lynx, but it's not so much more power that if you're not racing or you aren't doing like some competitive sort of racing or something where you need that extra power, or you're really heavy and you're carrying a lot of weight or something, you don't need that extra power over the Sherman S. You don't need to buy a new wheel just for a little bit more extra power, unless you're racing. I do think having the extra power for racing is more helpful. Gotta look out for bikers here. And then the Patin is the other LeaperKim wheel with suspension, and it's a 16-inch wheel. So this is an 18-inch wheel, and the 16-inch wheel on the Patin is pretty good. I prefer the stock tire on the Patin to the stock tire on this. In fact, it's one of my favorite off-roading tires. It just feels really well, feels really good. The Patin is $1,000 cheaper, but it does have about 600 watts less of battery, so you're not going to get as much range. We've been doing some range tests on this wheel, and I've been getting about 50 miles of range, roughly, and I'm pretty impressed with the range, man. I'm actually really impressed with the range, especially over some of my other wheels. I'm able to go a lot further. The 3,000 watt battery is perfect. The weight of this wheel, I thought it was lighter than the Patin, but I think it's a tiny bit heavier than the Patin, which is surprising because it's a bigger wheel with bigger diameter wheel, bigger MOSFETs and everything like that because of the 151 volts. But it weighs just a little bit more. Now the Sherman S is quite a bit more heavy, and when you're riding this wheel like really fast, the wind can really blow you off course. And that is kind of a negative with this wheel. It's not as compact. It feels a little bit taller than a lot of other wheels. And the wind in the Lynx, man, it can really, it's like you'll be riding really fast and then a wind gust will come and it catches the wind really hard. It reminds me of my Master when I first got it. The Master was pretty heavy and it took some getting used to. This wheel's a lot similar to the Master in a lot of ways. It being like the Master was like the first, I think, 134 volt wheel. This is the first 151 volt wheel. And there is a lot of hype for this wheel. Everybody I've let try this wheel has absolutely loved it. And you can see the pleasure on their face. Even doing like people I didn't think would like it, because it just seems like too powerful of a wheel for a lot of people. They were enjoying the braking and they were enjoying the, I don't know what to call it, the firmware or the stability of this wheel. It just really seems to stay level and has a surprising amount of agility. Even with this CST tire, we were riding in the beach in the sand and just really testing this wheel. I couldn't get it to cut it out, which is a huge positive. I was not able to get it cut out. I'll try to put in some footage of that when we were racing on the beach. And man, riding on the beach was a lot of fun, but there were consequences with it, you know, destroying the trolley handle and getting some sand in the buttons. So hopefully they kind of can repair that in future iterations, maybe like in the next few batches, or maybe they won't change it at all and we'll just have to put something over the screen to protect it from sand if we're riding in the beach. Because I actually really like riding in the beach. Man, and Psycho as well, we both like tried this out in the sand on the beach and it was amazing. Oh, there's a V11 right there. In motion V11, I wonder if we could catch up to him. See the InMotion V11. I don't know who that is, but I think we can maybe catch up to him if we... No, we got a long red light here. We might be able to catch it. So yeah, this wheel is an amazing wheel. I really can't say enough positives. We've already talked about the negatives with this being kind of long, and rocks and stuff can catch on it. The pedals are not as strong or not as grippy as the Patins. These knobs are they're just not as good as some of the other tires or even in the Bogode pedals are, but I still like them. And with these new shoes I have, they're a lot grippier. So that works pretty well. This oneride sticker on there. We are in, I think, high torque mode, and we were running it on soft mode. We really like the soft mode. It feels amazing. And I think we're gonna try to catch up to the V11. Let's do it. See if we catch up to the V11. That will be our mission, to catch up to the V11 on the Lynx. Been doing letting a lot of people ride this wheel, and nobody's really said anything negative about it. The only thing, you know, the people that have the Sherman S, they don't really want to trade down in range, especially here in Valencia where there's a lot of long range rides and you need every bit of battery you can get. The Sherman S is the ultimate long range cruiser. So if you were doing long range rides, this is probably not the best wheel compared to the Sherman S or some of your other bigger wheels. I'm curious to see how the Commander GT stacks up against this wheel, because this will probably be the best racing wheel of 2024, unless Bogode, man. I think Bogode and Extreme Bull, with the release of the Commander Pro GT, can really 168 volts, and with the Bogode firmware and software, I think it could be an amazing thing. This feels a little pogoey. I really don't like my pad setup. I don't feel like I have as much control as I want. I think I see, whoa, I think I see the V11. Yeah, there he is. I see the V11, so we're catching him. Let's step on it a bit. Don't want to lose my cameraman. Whew, might be able to catch up to the V11. Whew, he's going fast too. I gotta slow down because I don't know what this guy's doing. Okay, no, we're good. In the clear, going for the V11. This is a fast wheel, really fast wheel. It's hard not to say that it's not my favorite wheel. We got the green here, but a lot of these guys will just run it. Oh, we're almost up to him too. Get the arms into your movements. We lost him. Oh no, he's right here. Okay, sweet. Just in time. All right. So it's been a good ride so far. Hola. All right, we are back. I wanted to show you guys one of my favorite parts in Valencia. Amazing suspension. Yeah, the suspension is amazing. I got the 62-pound suspension, and it feels perfect for my body weight. I weigh about 150 pounds, 155 pounds, 160 pounds with gear, and it just feels amazing. Like the suspension, after we tuned it a bit, whew, probably my favorite suspension, probably my favorite accelerations. I actually crashed right here on this red chalk here. Woo. This feels amazing, man. This wheel, that's where I crashed, I think right there. Okay, so this is one of my favorite spots in Valencia. We got the Verde. Burger King. Yeah, what else do I have to say about this wheel, man? I think I've covered all the positives and negatives of this wheel. I definitely want to put a different tire on it, some different pads eventually, but I should be racing this in Spain's championship. Spain is having a championship next year. I think this is going to be a great wheel to race, either this or the Commander Pro GT. Will be great racing wheels. I hope my audio sounds good. I'm going to do the stairs real quick. We'll end the video here. Diego! Okay, so we'll go up here. This be a great way to end the video, is doing a little stair set here. Do some stairs. All right. Let's see if I can do the stair set without coming off the wheel. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, that was easy. Super easy. I was worried about my feet bouncing up, but it felt perfectly good. Ready? And go. Woo. Woo.
That's it.
Yeah. Let's see. Be right here in the sun. All right, this video, very simple, nothing crazy. I just wanted to talk my thoughts, whatever's on my mind about this wheel, and share them with you to help you make your decision with this wheel. I'm using the 62-pound suspension. This is the 50E cells. I see no reason to get the 50 SL, zero reason. This wheel, I think the reason people were getting the 50 SLs is because they think they get more safety from it. You don't need it with this wheel. It has so much safety features already. It was literally not letting me cut it out on the beach when we were trying to do the cutout test. I'll try to put that footage into this video. Again, the only negatives we have is this is a bit too long. Pedals aren't as grippy as the Sherman S. This trolley handle broke pretty easily and got sand in it. The screen's getting sand in it. So those are some issues that we've had with this wheel. As far as the actual performance of the wheel, it's amazing. The braking, everything about this wheel is amazing. Oneride has these on the way. If you're anywhere in Europe, use my discount code ZenLee50 for 5% off this machine. 5% off is quite a bit on a $4,000 machine. I do recommend this wheel so far. It might be my wheel of the year, but it is not the wheel for everybody. There is a right wheel for you, whether that be a Sherman S or a Patton if you want something smaller. There is the right wheel for you, but as of right now, I'm really enjoying this wheel. I'll keep bringing you content. This was just a quick video, organic video, to tell you, but again, my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. Thank you to Psychotherapeutic. He just posted his second YouTube video of the race, and it was an amazing race, him versus Steven. And Steven was on the Sherman S, and Psycho was on the Commander Pro, so it was an amazing race. Again, thank you to Oneride for making this all happen for us, fixing our wheels, letting us review the newest wheels. We have a V14 on the way, my new V14. No, Psycho will be the first one to review that here in Spain, the first one on the V14. I was the first one on the Lynx from Oneride. Super thankful to Oneride. Check them out. They got some amazing service. I'm not just like hyping them up because they let me review the Lynx. They also have free shipping on their warranties. So if you have a problem with the warranty problem, you can ship it back to them. They will cover the shipping. That's amazing. Not many companies do that. They have an amazing team, amazing location. They check all the wheels before they ship them out. That's the difference between real dealers and fake dealers, in my opinion. The extra service in having parts. They have tons of spare parts. So check out oneride.eu. And until next time, stay in the Zen Zone.